you the professional.
I try to be.
So,
Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim, Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, Assalamu alaikum, what's going on everybody? Here we are, we back with once again. Got a customer here, not only is he a customer, he's a good partner, a good friend of mine. How you doing today, Marcus?
I'm doing good, my friend. How you doing?
I'm doing well, man. So, we'll give him a shave today, and we're going, do what we do when we do the show, you know what I'm saying? One thing we will talk about, as we always talk about, the horrible team of yours.
Oh man, why you gotta start out with that, man?
I mean,
you woke up and chose violence today, didn't you?
I did. But I'm saying that's how we do it, right?
He woke up and said,
it's football Sunday.
I want to do violence today.
It's definitely football Sunday. It's definitely football Sunday, and as we do football Sunday, we must talk football. So, I want to start talking about, when I say talk football, I want to start talking about Coach Prime.
Yeah, Coach Prime.
So, OG asked me the other day, he said, what do you think about Coach Prime? And I'm going to tell you how I feel about it. It's being hyped right now. And for lack of better terms, I don't think it is hyped, but it's being hyped. You feel me?
Yes, sir.
They're making more of it than what it really needs to be. You understand what I'm saying? Can you hear me say what this thing is? They're making more of it than what it really needs to be because of who he is and where he came from.
Yeah.
Now, I'm gonna tell people like this here. They wasn't ready for Prime when he was an athlete. You think they ready for him when he a coach, bro?
No.
Okay. So another thing I would like to say is this here. He's got to be on his P's and Q's. Because they waiting for any reason to say, told you. Yeah, they want to say he's good for the HBCU at every level, but is he good enough for the big time? You know what I'm trying to say.
Oh, yeah.
I can't get the words together, but is he ready? You know what I'm saying? And so far he has been, but of course there's always an underlying area for something, right?
But they've been waiting since '85 for to say I got you.
They have been, and he's never given them anything.
They never gave him a reason to slip up. So what you think is going to be different now?
He's not.
He's not going to slip up because he's been ready. He was born ready. Just like in his interview, he said, "I've been him. I've been him for years.
Been the difference maker. Been the game changer." You know, what got me was the other day, a couple weeks back, when he said, they were talking about something, Coach Prime, how you feel about FSU, this, that, and the third. He said, did you forget I didn't graduate from Florida State? he said, you keep calling me a Seminole, you keep saying this and that, but last I heard you are from where you currently go to school, which you came from. He said, nobody ever heard I graduated from Florida State. He said, I graduated from an HBCU in Alabama. And I was like, get him, Prime, get him. But what do you think about that?
I think that's love, man, because like I said, I've been a Deion fan from as long as I can remember playing football. So no matter what he do,
my bad. Sorry to cut you off, but the only time you can remember is when he joined the Cowboys, right? Because that's your sorry team. I didn't even say sorry team. That's your team of preference in the NFL, correct?
I've been following Deion since he was in college, man.
I know, man.
So no, I do remember him from coming to the Cowboys, and actually I was opposed to him coming to the Cowboys because at that time he had just came from the 49ers, which was a rival, so I was pissed off at first.
Off the Super Bowl too,
if
I'm not mistaken.
Came from
They
Super
just
Bowl
came
to
off
Super
the Super
Bowl,
Bowl, right? So,
first one to go back to back from Super Bowl team to Super Bowl team.
If you think about it, Prime was a whole lot of first everything's one.
He was the first of a lot. He was the first to actually be able to play professional baseball and football ever. Well, I don't know if it's very.
I think Bo Jackson was either around the same time or right before him. But Bo didn't play a game in the afternoon and another game at night. Two different leagues, two different games, two different cities and states. But I say all that to say this, there have been many different coaches, black coaches in college, who haven't been made it past 1 or 2 seasons, right? And I say all that to say, a lot of times the media like to hype things up to cover up something else. Why haven't we heard about Jim Harbaugh, who's been suspended? I don't know if he's still suspended. I'm not going to speak ill, but in Michigan, You might get a small mention about it, but Prime is getting all the prime. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I'm pretty sure he can handle the pressure because of who he is, but what have you like that. But we don't hear about the negativity of the other schools who are in the top 5 every year, going to the playoffs every year. You know what I'm saying? Alabama, you know, they're lost to Texas. When was the last time you heard Alabama losing to Texas? You know, not too much being said about that. Let these kids over there make a mistake. You know, it's that kid. That kid is off the team or what have you. I'm just waiting to see what they have to say about. I'm looking in the mirror because I'm talking to clients. No, I'm telling you, we usually not doing this. We're usually not that active when we do this. But I'm looking in the mirror, looking at him. You know what I'm saying? But I'm waiting for them to say what's going to be the issue when one of those kids from Colorado make a mistake. Oh, it's Prime, is it his presence, or what have you? Because I'm pretty sure he didn't put it down. You know, anybody who plays sports, whatever coach say behind the closed doors ain't nobody else's business. But I'm pretty sure he just said something to them boys, young men, about don't foul up.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But
it don't have to be, man, because it's anytime you're dealing with African Americans, we have to make sure that everything we do is on P's and Q's because we are held in a different standard.
Different standards all the way around.
And I tell my kids all the time, man, no matter what you do, you're going to have to work twice as hard just to be considered equal.
Right.
So if you're going to do it better, you're going to do 3 times as hard to surpass.
Right.
So if you want to be equal, work twice as hard, but if you want to go harder,
right,
you have to do it 3 times as better.
Put a hot towel on.
Go ahead, my man.
I'm listening to you. Go ahead.
Oh man, I was done, man. It's a simple point, man. So I'm pretty sure if Prime is who I think he is, yeah, he spoke to them boys, but you know he's got more than just black kids on his team. So he's telling them,
telling everybody,
man.
Right.
No matter what you do, even the privileged kids, hey man, your privilege is gone right now. You can't do what you normally used to doing because right now you're under the same scrutiny as any other person out there right now because you got to do things. Just as if you were one of us right now.
Right. So, and I really appreciate that, you know, from having coached my kids when they were younger and then having played sports, what have you, and you know, both of us are athletic, real athletic days over. I mean, we might get out there and play a little 2-hand touch, a little. He said you ain't even doing that.
I'll watch.
You know, he said I'll watch.
I'm done.
You know, we may do a little 2-hand touch or play a little tag or game of horse or something with our nieces, nephews, cousins, or kids or something out there. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, actually getting out there and I'm 45 years old. And
damn.
Yeah. I'll be 46 in December. You know what I'm saying?
Little Don Cheeto action.
Yeah. You know, I'm old as war paint. You know what I'm saying? And I've been around since Pharaoh was a recruiter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, that's a long time.
Yeah,
Since Pharaoh was anything, that's a long time. You know what I'm saying? So anyway,
and Pharaoh didn't like let nobody go.
Pharaoh didn't do nothing to nobody. I'm busy. Excuse me. I'm busy. Been around since Pharaoh was a recruiter, you know what I'm saying? So with that being said, now I say all that to say that our playing days and our athletic days are over. You know, you can't play and be involved in sports forever. Mm-hmm. At some point in time, you got to use what you actually went to school for, which is called your brain and your head, which you was actually blessed with. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Your education, you actually have to use that. So with that being said, let's talk about outside the athletic realm of the world.
Oh yeah. So
I understand you know a little something about a little something called real estate.
I know a little bit. I'm
still learning. Okay, but you know, we're always learning. The day we quit learning is the day we pushing up flowers, correct? And then you learn something then too. I just don't know what we're learning at that point. I haven't been that
you're gonna learn today.
That place you're gonna learn today. It's a new razor, of course, you know, I'm prepping and everything.
Yes, sir.
So with that being said, talking about real estate, what do you know about real estate, man?
Man, like I said, man, I'm still learning. I've been in real estate for about 3 years, but I took some time off after my father died, you know, because I learned a lot about myself after losing him, and it was just, I stepped away from the world altogether. But the market,
find yourself per se.
Yeah, this is just not the right song in the background for that.
I understand. But we at the shop, and what we do at the shop is what we do at the shop.
Yeah, I got
all professional and legal and all ethical and all that good stuff, I must say, because you never know, somebody's child might walk up in here. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
So, but you know, with real estate right now, the market's still pretty good. Interest rates are getting up a little bit higher than normal. But the market is starting to balance out a little bit. It's been a seller's market for a while,
Okay.
but the buyers are starting to get a little bit more control again. But it's still a pretty much a seller's market. The houses are getting pretty much what they want. Like I just put a house on the market this last month, and we were asking 130 for it, and we got an offer for 135 right off the top.
Out the gate.
So so we got 5,000 more than the asking price. So I mean, if that tells you anything about the market, I mean, it's still pretty solid.
Okay. So with that being said, we talked about the markets a little bit. So what I want to know is, for somebody like myself, how hard or easy is it to get into real estate? Can I go to college to get a real estate degree? Is it a trade school, a tech school? Can I learn as an apprentice from you off your license per se? How does that work?
It really just takes the will and the want to. You don't have to go to any like an apprentice school and like that. You can go to. You have to take 60 hours in Arkansas. There's classes. There's a guy here in town. His name is Chris. I can get you his information. He does classes. He does them on the weekends, as long as it's not duck season.
Duck season, he's a duck hunter, huh?
Yeah, he takes that time off, and he said, "Man, I'm gonna chill with my family, go duck hunting," and you can get that done as long as you got the time and the money for the class. He'll take the time for you, train you up, and you get you signed up, and as long as you got the time to take those 60 hours and to study, you're good. You sign up, you go up to Pearson, and you sign up for the test. And it's right here in town, right there off of Walden Road.
Okay.
You sign up for the test, and you sign up for the state and the law, and you take
state and the law.
Yeah, you gotta learn the law. They say the law is the hardest part, but that's the one I passed with the easiest.
That's the law part, huh?
Because the law, it never really changes. It is what it is. But as long as you study, and that part is pretty easy. But once you get your license, man, as long as you keep up with your dues, they can't never take it from you.
Now, when you say dues, what do you mean by dues?
You got to pay dues to.
Got to pay to play per se.
You got to pay to play.
For lack of a better term, you got to pay to play.
The dues though, it's you pay to keep to the MLS, which is the
Major League Soccer.
Yeah, sure. Major League Soccer, real estate. Yeah,
Okay,
sounds about right.
Okay.
That's how you get access to your listings and things of that nature. Multi-listing services is what it's called.
Okay.
So, like, if you want to see who's actually listing the houses and like the inside sales and things of that nature, what's going on with the property, the disclosure, things of that nature, it can show you when the houses were built, if there's any disclosures, if there was floods, things of that nature. You can learn that on the MLS. It shows you how to do the comps and things of that nature as well too. I mean, it's a lot that goes into the MLS. So you pay to get that access, so you don't have to go look for it for yourself. Okay. So it saves you a lot of time and effort. So I'd rather you could pay someone else to do all that work for you,
right,
as opposed to taking the time out to do it yourself, because it's worth it. Trust me, it's definitely worth it. And that's, I mean, the dues, they fluctuate from year to year, but it's anywhere between $1,400 a year, and you can break that out quarterly. But some people just pay it up in January and be done with it.
Okay. So can anybody be a real estate? Is there a real estate professional, for lack of a better term? I don't want to say agent, because I know there's different levels.
As long as you don't have like any like major felonies, things of that nature, you're a good law-abiding citizen. Yeah, because they do a background check.
Okay, so I'm gonna ask you, major felonies, because some people tell if you got a felony, you're a major criminal. You're a criminal.
I'm not the one that
you're
does
not deciding
that.
factor.
I can't tell you. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not a law taker. As long as you can pass a background check, I'll just put it that way. So whoever decides that'll be the ones that do that part.
How would that be?
Yeah, because you gotta do your fingerprints and all that stuff, and they just gotta make sure, because you're going into people's homes and you're taking. It's a huge liability.
You got social security numbers.
Yeah, you got all that stuff, man. You got financial reports, and you're dealing with a lot of people. Like, this is one of the biggest purchases that people will do. Buying houses and cars. Those are two of the biggest purchases people will ever make. You know, some people are buying businesses and things of that nature. It's not just
the house.
It's not just houses. You know, some people are buying multi-billions and millions and stuff. So,
Right.
You got to be able to pass a background check, man. So yeah, you don't went and killed somebody and you've been out after 7 to 10 years. Like, no, you're probably not gonna be
Right,
in
not
real
gonna be
estate.
that guy. Huh?
Yeah, but I mean, if you got a couple of misdemeanors and things of that nature, then you probably can go ahead and do it. But like I said, I'm not the one to decide that. So as long as you can get to the powers that be and they say yeah, then most definitely, I'm pretty sure that you can do that.
Is there like a hearing or can you like appeal something?
You can appeal anything according to state law. So yeah, I mean, as long as you can prove to the powers that be that you're a law-abiding citizen and you have changed and you're being rehabilitated.
Right.
I mean, that sounds like I'm in the Shawshank Redemption right now.
I understand.
But I mean, that'll work to me. But like I said, when it comes to that side, man, I don't know much about it at all.
Okay. So another thing I would like to touch on as far as real estate is concerned. When you say hot top, when you say disclosures, if somebody was murdered or passed away or something, or just straight up just died in the home, do they have to disclose that to you, or they don't have to in the state of Arkansas?
They don't have to disclose.
They do not in the state of Arkansas?
They do not.
Wow. So anybody who living anywhere, and mug could be like, that could happen, huh?
Because
can you go a little further about that?
I mean, it's just if they ask you, I mean, you have to do diligence and it's a moral thing.
Yeah.
But if they don't ask, don't tell type deal. I mean, because some people get really weirded out about that stuff.
Right.
But as far as stuff like floods, natural disasters, you do have to disclose those type of things.
Right.
But dying, you know, people die all the time.
Yeah, I mean, I understand that too, but I mean, shouldn't you have to say like, yo, okay, back in '75, Miss Mildred, she ain't make it about the bedroom the other day, and you know what I'm saying? I'm not being funny when I say that, but you know me and you know how you know me and everything. But I'm just saying, though, that ain't something. That's not, you don't have to say that in the state of Arkansas.
No.
Wow, that's
It's
crazy.
75, man. I mean, it's just something that's just not really. It's not something that really comes. It shouldn't even be an issue, man, because it's a natural thing. It's not something that's even controllable. Like if someone dies, it's just their time.
Right.
Like stuff that like floods and stuff, those things can be prevented with the right with the right stuff. So yeah, you can do that. But somebody dying, I mean, it's a natural thing.
You don't have to disclose. That's crazy. So, is real estate something you would recommend to someone from, let's say, for ages of 18 to 25?
Absolutely.
Okay. Is it something that you would recommend they get it as an investing, or well, you always want to invest in something, but you know what I'm saying? But you as an agent per se.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I think, I mean, if you got the will and the determination, it's something that I'd highly recommend for anybody that wants to work for themselves and they have the.
He's here and I need to go get grease and I got a whole customer, so I'm working.
I'm looking at.
They have the will and determination. If you're going in half butt, then no. Because this is a all-in type of business. Like, you can still make money part-time, but if you're not willing to dive in,
Right.
feet, just I'm all in.
Excuse me a second.
That's probably my kiddos.
Alright, you're good, man, you're good. Come on in, man. Just have a seat right here. I'm in the middle of doing my podcast right now. But you can come on in and have a seat, Lalo. Lalo? You come and have a seat right there, man. I'm in the middle of doing my podcast right now.
Okay.
Excuse us, I had a gentleman at the door. It's an open shop. I don't know why you knocked on the door, man. So,
I thought it was a house, man.
Thought it was a house, you know what I'm saying?
But so going into real estate is a Ooh, you want your mustache?
I mean, it's
Okay, don't do that again.
Well, you don't want to hit my nose.
You don't know I got a blade going to your face, Marcus. You know. But coming back. Going into real estate as a agent, investor, or what have you. Just. Once again, you say it's something you go and you're gonna go feet first all the way in.
Mm-hmm.
But for someone 18 to 25, you say it's something that you recommend that they do.
Mm-hmm.
Just give me a second, man. Because you got a customer right there and everything. So, hey, this is a shop, man. Anything can happen in the shop. When we doing the podcast, so you know what I'm saying. It is what it is. So, we're gonna make it happen. So with that being said, I lost my train of thought.
18 to 25.
18 to 25 going into real estate. Do you recommend they have another job? Or is it like when you go that you gotta be, because the way I understand real estate is you don't get paid till you make a sale.
Correct. A rule of thumb is to have at least $6,000 saved up before you get into real estate to give you a little bit of a cushion. So that would give you, what is that?
Aftershave.
Aftershave. Oh no! So you about to put that ooey on there.
Karate. You know what I'm saying?
I don't like you right now.
Well, it was either that or the alcohol. So okay, I tell you don't like that. I got some for you. Since you don't like that, I got something for you. Nah, what you want? You want the alcohol? Or you go with this? I'm just saying.
You already done it.
I'm just saying. But anyway, a good rule of thumb is to have how much saved?
At least $6,000 saved up. If not, have a little part-time job on the weekends, waiter and things of that nature. The way you can still have some kind of income flowing in.
Okay.
But it's cause you want to have something to fall back on too. But like I said, you still want to go in full blown, man. You gotta have the faith that you can do the job.
Okay.
Because if you go in half cocked, then you're gonna have half cocked sales. But if you go in knowing that this is all you got, it's the power of broke, man.
Right.
The power of broke can do things for you. I promise you.
Some straight broke out.
Yeah.
So we gave us a little bit of brief top of the iceberg, top of the top, what you need, what can happen with real estate and what kind of market it is and everything. So for the young people out there, what is the magic number you need to buy a home on your credit score?
There's really not a magic number, man. But if you just have to do it, I would say
minimum.
Let's say minimum. I want to say 640.
640 is a
That'll
good
be
score
the
to have.
magic number to make sure that you get it. But it depends on the bank and things of that nature. If you got a good relationship with your bank, 640 is the magic number.
Okay.
But some of them can do it at 625, but that's depends on the income. But 640, you got 640, they can't tell you no.
Okay. Another thing is, what is a good percentage of a down payment of the home? And I know there's other programs out there like Fannie Mae,
FHA, you don't normally have to have a down payment at all. But if you're looking at doing a traditional loan, you're looking at 20% of whatever the house costs. But there are certain banks out there that do 100% lending now. So after 2008, when the market changed, the banks changed.
Okay.
So the old school lending that you had to have 20% of the house has changed.
That's changed too.
The whole market has changed. So the old school lending is out the window.
I got you.
But there's also places out there that actually help you with your down payment.
Okay.
So there's
like
no
you per
such
se.
thing.
So if I need something, Marcus, let me get about 20 grand right quick. Just go
And I'll
right
be
to the
like,
bank.
man, I got about 20 cents. I can
20
help you
cents,
with,
20 cents, that's what I'm talking about.
I can do that. I put something on it for you. I got that. I can help you with about 20 cents. The rest, gonna ask Allah for, man.
Yeah, Allah make it happen for you. Hey, but I got one more interesting fact before I let you go, because I got some other things going on. Did you know that the last time the Dallas Cowboys went to the NFC Championship game was, 1996? There aren't too many players in the league, right? Matter of fact, are there any players on the Cowboys that was alive in 96? I didn't think so either. So what I'm saying is, I was a senior in high school in 1996. That's the last time they went to the NFC Championship game, whether win it or lose it. However, my team, the Philadelphia Eagles, have been to won, lost more NFC Championship games and Super Bowls since the last time your team was relevant. Thank you very much, sir. I'm
How
going to
many
let
have
you
they
go
won in total? Oh, that's okay. Don't even worry about it.
This millennium?
It doesn't matter.
Millennium.
In total.
Millennium?
In total.
In total. We have one Super Bowl win on
Total.
our record.
Total.
One Super Bowl
Total.
win. I'm answering. One Super Bowl win on our record being the Philadelphia Eagles. We have a couple of few National Football Championships prior to it being known as the Super Bowl. So there you go. Being real, all you need is one to be valid. However, what have your Cowboys done for you lately? Absolutely nothing. Hey man, y'all come see us at Between Brothers Barbershop. All right, thank you very much. Y'all have a good one.